Welcome. This is Crime Queen, and if you're joining us for the first time, this is the channel where we get excited by love, where we ignite that which dwells from within us, that which comes alive, makes us smile. Hence, we say the crimson light is life. So, the crimson light is leading us to understanding the depth of the word sacrifice. We, of course, examining the word water, which we feel enables us to understand the depth of sacrifice or our purpose or our journey and how we are making sense of ourselves from that word that has been so entrenched in our psyche. We know or believe, we can't say we know, we believe because Christ have even asked to believe what you believe, so it is. So we believe that Christ, or the story, or we choose to, should I say, that Christ died for our sins and that we may find redemption and to be saved. And this is the story that has been brought about to us through the word sacrifice. So, hence, we see the phenomenal impact of that word and how it has shaped our lives. So, we are looking at water. Through the series of presentations we have been doing, we have looked at the story of Luke. Now, as I said, I like the story of Luke because it's sort of intriguing, but it's as if I could actually see his hand saying, "Look, look," he's pointing. And so even in that chapter of 22, I don't recall the word Jesus really appearing as well, perhaps after the 20th verse or something like that, but it's him, and he said, and him, and sometimes it leaves you wondering, well, who is he or him referring to? And it just leaves you a little bit, you know, wondering in wonderland, really. It's as if you're trying to make sense of what is being said. But of course, we know that from the writings that there is the question of the pitcher, the man with the pitcher of water. And so, because we know through experience, of course, water is so essential to our lives, our sustenance. Yes. So I thought we would look at the meaning of water and how it impacts. So this is about the fifth presentation that we are doing, or the sixth thereabout. I think it's the sixth. And we have seen all these words with the numerical value. Of course, I had thought I would return to the number 3. So 3, 6, here, 9, 12, and 15. Of course, we have at here as well, which is 18. So I just thought we would get an overall 18, an overall energy of the numerical value. And we have 3 8, so 32. We have that, 32. So 2 and 8 is 10. So this is 50 now. We're on 50. What else do we need to add on here? 6, of course, we have 6 here, and we had 3 sixes. Okay, I have wiped off that 6, but we had 3 sixes, which is 18, and I can sort of make reference to this on the other um, presentation and to double check. And of course, we also have 5 here and 9, which is 14. Again, as I say, I love this 14 numbers. And we have another 5 here, and yes, and 1, that's 6. Yes, so 6. 6. So 8 and 4, 12, and 6 is 18. 18, 1 and 5, 6, and 2, 8. So we have a value and of numbers double 8. So here it's being presented again to us. So we see there is like a double sense of wholeness. And if we take into consideration the word water, I think this is really significant because we see water as transpiring. We said the W. It's like W. Now have just done this and I'm really like loving it because water is reflective, it reflects our image. And so if it's W, it is showing you your image and yourself. And there we end up having, this is so delicious, this is really wonderful because we have come up with the number 88, and I'm leaving this on the screen just for reference. Of course, we can go back to the presentation that was done before this one where we had the three sixes and we said three sixes are 18, and we did say okay 666. All right, of course one of the sixes were when we were adding, oh perhaps I have made yes a mistake because I did one of the sixes were to do with the me, am, and we. So of course that would be, so we can minus 6 from that 8 because it would be two sixes. So we can minus that 6, and that would be 20, that would be 82. So 82, of course, but that also is a very good number. When we say a good number, it explains the whole water water aspect, or in terms of sacrifice, because sacrifice is 64, no 46, 46, 4 and 6 is 10. So we see all of this here. If we were to minus, this is 88 minus 6, this would be 82. 82, 8 and 2 would be 10. So we see that 10 is in direct correspondence here, direct correspondence with all of water. So here we are getting the impression that water is of a balance. It is really it constructs the male and female elements, just as in heaven, just as in fact heaven, it would be the reverse to heaven if I am very clear on that, because I believe heaven is 28, and then that would mean it would be mirroring. Wow, let's do this, let's do this. So heaven, Heaven. So we have 8, 5, 1, 4, 5, 5. So we know this is 10. And this is 23. And 23 and 5 is 28. That's correct. So 28 here is a direct mirror of 82. So that is really saying, and this now reminds me of the first few chapters of the book of Genesis, chapter 1, because God separate or had the firmament and the heavens. So that division of water, of course, this is in direct correlation. Is saying what's above is below, what's below is above, but there was that firmament to divide the two. So we see that from here. This is really wonderful. This is wonderful. So heaven is here, but all the other words that I have, which has been recorded on this template, is really adding to 82 and water. Hence, we say water is life. But I also wanted to make reference to the words. Let's see from what we remember in terms of sacrifice. So we had wet, which comes with eyes. And of course, another word that came up first on sacrifice was face. The face of the deep, we hear of that in the scriptures. And what would you see the face of the deep from? Water. Okay, so I leave you with this, and I'm sure we could go back and see the recording of this presentation, and of course, we could see how so many words came from sacrifice. The word eat, the word et also was in sacrifice. We saw ice, of course, as I say, with coldness. In that way, there was reef. Water, of course, there are reefs on waters, and we know people do this as well with throwing the reefs on, or you could row or get to a destination. Well, I think it's a different spelling, but however, it's still a reef. Okay, all right, so I'll leave you with this. I hope you have found this fun. I hope you have found it beneficial. And of course, if you like the presentation, please remember to click the like button and, of course, share, because this is how we do it. We share to actualizing self love. In the meantime, stay blessed, stay bright, and stay ignited. Namaste. And spill over with love.